Peter, would you be a good sport and indulge us and just tell us a little more?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something about TPS reports.
TPS stands.
The thing is, Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Don't care?
It's a problem of motivation, all right? Now, if I work my ass off and Initech ships a few extra units, I don't see another dime. So where's the motivation? And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it. That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job. But you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
Would you bear with me for just a second, please?
Okay.
What if, and believe me, this is so hypothetical, but what if you were offered some kind of a stock option equity sharing program? Would that do anything for you?
I don't know, I guess. Listen, I'm gonna go. It's been really nice talking to both of you guys.
Absolutely. The pleasure's all on this side of the table, trust me.
Good luck with your layoffs, all right? I hope your firings go really well.
Good morning, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. This is a case of the Mondays, and I'm so glad to have another week with all of y'all. I want to just recap real quick about the live stream that I had last week, just for anyone who might be jumping in today. Last week, I spoke about building relationships by using good listening skills and asking open-ended questions and being very customer focused. This week, I want to talk about effective communication. On Thursday morning, 10:15 Pacific Standard Time, I believe that's around 12:15 Central and 1:15 Eastern Time, I'll be speaking with Dr. Constance Leland. She's super fun, and I'm just really excited to talk to her and just discuss a little bit more about effective communication and advocating for yourself, and how important that is for professionals and young people that are in the school system and education and looking at their future. So we'll dive right into it. And I like to talk about communication. It's something that I've worked on my own skills over the last decade at least, especially as a professional. And I think it's part of what makes people really highly successful is the ability to express themselves in any situation. One of my favorite authors is Malcolm Gladwell. I think there was a lot of impact, and I learned a lot of things that I would like to apply to my own life through reading his book, The Outliers, where he really talks about the importance of being able to communicate and being highly successful. The other author that I think I really got a lot from was Dr. Eric Jensen. He wrote a book about teaching with the brain in mind. And that really has to do with just a deep discussion of how people learn and environment and their ability to communicate. And that really has a lot of impact on success as well from just different standpoints. So those are 2 reads that I think if you're trying to figure out ways to improve yourself, those 2 are reads I would recommend to somebody if they're, if outside of like the traditional sales and development books that are out there and self-help books. I think these 2 are just some perspectives that are really interesting and thought-provoking. So I like to think about communication, and I also think it's a great way to develop a sense of actual reality, because we're all running around with our different perspectives every day, and what we perceive as reality in a situation can be really flawed if you're only looking at one side of it or one point of view. And the only way to really know what is happening in the reality of any situation is if you're able to ask questions and communicate how you feel, and really draw out the whole picture, like a full perspective for everybody. So I think that's the only way that we really can overcome problems and find really well developed solutions. So today I'm just going to keep it pretty short, because I really, 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 really look forward to speaking with Constance. And I do want to share on the screen, she's doing a global meetup or a get together that I think is really interesting. I'm planning to attend. I really like that Constance is she's a go-to person. She helps a lot of people with who are in furthering their education and looking at what to do next when they're stepping out into the professional world. So I'm really excited to get in the conversation with her and get her perspective on the importance of communication and how advocating for yourself looks, and what people can do to be helpful. So I hope to see you all there on the 5th, whether you're, depending on what time zone you're in, that could be 10:15 in the morning, 12:15 in the afternoon, or 1:15. But I can't wait to catch her and just dive into it. I like to think of, going back to the topic today, and just taking a few more minutes. I like to think of communication as, our, like, an analogy I have is Star Wars. There's so many different perspectives that came out of that movie, and I think that communication is kind of it represents communication. So we've had the main storyline, and then over time, different characters. They've made episodes and movies and like cartoons and things that represent the perspective for each character, and that allows that specific point of view to be kind of played out. And for the viewer, the great thing is we have that core storyline, and then you get all these different perspectives, and it helps you like kind of fill in some of the gaps that originally, when we all just kind of watched the core movies, we only got that storyline. And then as we see these different perspectives, it gets more enriched, and then everyone understands it, a little bit more in depth. So that was something I was thinking of, just how, as communication plays out and it's done really well, that's kind of the ultimate goal, is that there's this more in-depth understanding of what's going on for everybody in that same reality. So I definitely want to just plug in again. This conversation is going to continue on Thursday, October 5th, 10:15 a.m., 12:15 p.m., or 1:15 p.m., depending on your time zone. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Have a really great week. Let's go get some success and have a great day.